This video contains adults playing X-Wing miniatures. Adult language is used. You have been warned. And we are back. Welcome to the third round of the Ravenstone Store Championship. I am your host, LP. We're here on this lovely July day in 2017, and we're going to do some more X-Wing. Jiminy Christmas, what a day it has been. The first two rounds are utterly nutballs. I'm going to show you the standings here real quick. After two rounds, we can see lots of Imperials. I like to actually, unless something crazy has happened here, I think actually there might be, I'm not even sure. This might be all Imperials. I'm going to double check with David just to make sure. But I think, seriously, the top 17 all Imperials, what the hell, everybody? In any case, notice Joseph Francino up there with a 400 MOV. Tearing face, destroying everything. And David LaBelle there at 2 wins. Bobby Crowley at 2 wins. Hassan Khan at 2 wins. Jeff Burling and Ray Fox. We got 6 people at 2-0. Then we have a whole slew of people at 1-1. So top 8 rounded out with Jason Hartsock and Weston Thobaben. He puts the babe in Thobaben. Back to the match that we have here. We're dealing with a pair of very interesting games. A pair of interesting things here. We've got Ray Fox with Quick Draw Vessery and Pure Sabak. And his Quick Draw has Targeting Synchronizer, Adaptability, FCS, Lightweight Frame, and Spec Ops Training. Vessery with VI, Twin Ion Engine Mark II, TIE-D, and Trajector Beam. And Pure Sabak with VI, Lightweight Frame, and Adaptive Aileruskis. Then we've got Bobby Crowley with Quick Draw, Backdraft, and Soontir Fel. You've already seen a game with Quick Draw and Backdraft, only in this case, Bobby runs it with Fel. His Fel has PTL, Stealth, Auto Thrusters, and Royal Guard TIE. Pretty standard Fel. His Backdraft at VI, FCS, Lightweight Frame, Spec Ops, and Quick Draw, Adaptability, FCS, Lightweight Frame, and Spec Ops. Fantastic set of lists. We're going to get rolling here in just a second. Now, as you can see, the way they've got their asteroids set up in this kind of hateful cluster in the middle, I sometimes call it the Pentagon of Hate. And the official time has started right now. So we're just getting ready to kick down, and the game is rolling. So they're just going to finish up their asteroid placement and their ship placement, and then they're going to get started. Now, I like asteroids like this, where the asteroids are just kind of a pain in the middle. And, of course, they're both flying very, very maneuverable Imperial ships. It's one thing I really like about playing Imperials is that they're just maneuverable as all get out. They can find ways to slip in and out of rocks. Let's get the lists out of the way so you can actually see the ships. So there's Pure Sabak out there, staring right at a rock because Honey Badger don't care. And Vessery staring right down the throat of these rocks, also not caring. Now you'll notice that his that Ray's Vessery, I'm going to bring this up back again real quick. Ray's Vessery actually has TIE Engine Mark II on it, so he's got those extra 6 green maneuvers that really gives the defender a load of maneuverability. So that's probably going to make quite a bit of difference here. And notice where his Quick Draw is setting up, right over there, Ski. He's setting up right behind Vessery, so Vessery is going to lead the way. And Quick Draw will run some pipe down. Now, looking over here, Bobby's gone with the very subtle Soontir Fel ship build of missing 1 wing. So that lets you get into some of the detail of the joy of this ship. And, of course, I'm being silly, but, you know, who gives a shit? It's what I do. And we're going to go ahead and get started here in just a couple moments with the actual dial placement. Everybody's got their cards out. Everybody's got their stuff situated. It's about to be some real beefy stuff, and I'm quite excited to see this game. So interesting to see so many Imperials today. I'm kind of like legit shocked at how amazing of an appearance Imperials are making. Some people have said Imperials are dead and that scum rules the world. I say look at our top 17. Good golly. Dials are starting to go down, and we'll see how those dials are set here in just a few moments. Fel off in the corner doing Fel things. I haven't seen Fel in a really long time. Fel kind of disappeared with the Asajj Ventress, with Lots Razi crew basically saying, yeah, you've got stress, I've got dodge, you'll never see me. And the traditional start of a game with the good luck, have fun. Let's see how stuff blows up. So I see some dials down for Bobby. Let's see if Ray's got his dials down, maybe off key or something like that. And we're just waiting for some movement to take place. Dudley, dudley, duh. Actions happen. Potatoes happen. Life happens. Do you ever get the urge to just lean out like the door and just say, hey guys, can you actually start moving? I'm getting tired now. Now it looks like Ray's finishing up his dials, and once he gets his dials down, we're actually going to see where this is going. Now, trying to make some predictive thoughts here. I mean, it seems pretty fair that we're going to see the two SFs from Bobby kind of race up the side and try and pick a time to dive in. And then Soontirfell coming in like the flanker from hell that he is, causing untold amounts of mayhem. But Fell, I think, is going to have a hard time with the rear arc of an SF. So Pure Sabak swooping in. There's his adaptive ailerons movement. And let's see here. Yeah, so he did a one soft, and looks like his other move. So he just snakes his way through the rocks and says, you can't catch me. And for those keeping track at home here, let me just tell you what the Pure Sabak actually does. So we see Vessery just kind of moving up 4 straight, no big deal. Now Pure Sabak says when you're attacking, if you have 1 or fewer damage cards, you roll an additional attack die. So Pure Sabak is a kind of a bit of a glass hammer as far as he wants to basically keep himself as undamaged as possible. And when he is undamaged, he's more or less running around like a phantom. It's really disgusting. And Ray's Pure Sabak, as we can see here, is running around with lightweight frame, so it makes him a little bit more difficult to hit. And his VI brings like Pure Sabak's pilot skill up to PS8, so he's running around at the same time as Vessery with VI. So a pair of 8s and quick draw at 10 versus another quick draw at 10, a backdraft at 9, and a fell at 9. And just like we kind of thought, looking at the way things are going, we've got quick draw backdraft on the right hand side, swooping up on the right flank of the map. Fell just going balls deep on the left side of the map, pulling Fell nanigans and setting up to start doing some serious hate. I have to wonder whether Fell just tries to swoop in between these two rocks here and maybe take Ray a little bit by surprise. But this is always one of those cases where, like, do you go after Fell? Is Fell the target, or is Fell just basically trying to get you to chase him so that the two punishing SFs can swoop in your back door and attempt to make your life miserable? We'll see. So Bobby's got his Fell determined. So, Bobby flies Fell really, really, really well. We'll see how this is going to go. And we've got the positioning down. All 3 dials are down for Bobby's side. Ray's still trying to figure out how he's going to position his ships next. Yeah, Fell is just one of those crafty ships because you literally can't ignore him. But at the same time, if you focus on him, you have to kill him, because until you kill him, then he is just the world's most annoying piece of crap. Again, he had disappeared mainly with Asajj meta, but we'll see how things go from here. Just kind of waiting to see how this turn's going to pan out. A gentle pause rolls through the announce studio as the guys put down their dials and they prepare for the carnage. Okay, all the dials are down. Let's see where the magic goes. So Ray's PS8s, looks like he's bringing Pure Sabak in to just on his adaptive ailerons, 1 to the right. And his maneuver, he's now revealing it. And he's bringing in a 2 hard, so he's trying to get a a very weird wobbly angle, gets around the set of rocks, and he's setting himself up to maybe play Smack-a-Baby with an SF. He's got a great angle there, just barely cutting through a debris and otherwise positioning. Looks like he's going after the SFs first. Might be a pretty good idea. Let's see what his quick draw does. But we got to wait for Bobby's entire list to move. So, looks like Bobby also decided to come in for Gangbusters. So we're going to have ourselves a joust. That is his backdraft there. He's setting up with a target lock on Pure Sabak. And Soontir fell, making a 2 soft in, I guess. Is that a 3 soft? I'll see in a second. It looks like a 2 soft. So he makes his 2 soft in, and he's going to boost. Come in a little harder. And now it's time for potential PTL for focus and get double focus. It's either double focus or it's focus evade, not quite sure which yet. And now here comes Bobby's quick draw. Swooping in, again, trying to set himself up for a nasty little joust-looking thing there. Does he go target lock? Does he go focus? Let's see how it happens. Looks like another target lock. And now finally, we have ourselves another quick draw moving in. Perfect positioning by Ray. He's got all 3 of his ships in a very hateful organization. And now, of course, keep in mind, Ray's quick draw does shoot first because of initiative purposes. And I didn't point it out before, but Ray's sitting at 99 points, Bobby at 100. So, I guess technically, the way they've got it set up, Bobby moving... I've got extra little cards here. Ooh, nice. We have a Gold Squadron card, courtesy of Dion Morales. And, I've got an Alt Art Miranda Dodongo. And a Stay on Target card. Oh, very nice. Oh, yeah, so Stay on Target is here from the... with their alternate art Miranda. So we've got some Stay on Target people here. Thank you so much. Got a couple of fantastic representatives from the community. It looks like here we got some dodge dice rolling. And shit on me if I was just too busy talking in order to see what happened. But that's all right. You guys saw it. I didn't, and who gives a shit? So that was some... Now we got a quick draw shooting back. I'll get this one right. I promise. Checking for range. Looks like, 1, 2, 3 hits. That might be 2-hit crit versus 2 focus results. Well, ain't that a peach? Let's see who takes some damage. And we've got 2 hits there versus 1 focus, 1 evade result. Let's see if that focus gets spent into an evade. Okay. Got a little Raven Squadron symbol there. Real nice stuff. And we've got a hit and a crit. That's a hit 2 crit coming in from Bobby shooting. And the evades are just 2 evades, so somebody else takes N more damage. That's a direct hit. Somebody's taken 2 damage straight to the pipe. I bet it's probably Pure Sabak because of the lightweight frame. Now, if that's the only damage cards that Pure Sabak has, then he's still rolling 4 dice. We have a shot back. Looks like it's going to be 1 damage die. With reroll, looks like 2 damage dice. And with dodge, we've got 2 dodges. All these fancy, fancy dice floating around. We have a hit crit rolled with a rerolled result. 2 crits. Looks like a dodge and a focus. And that's it. Just dodge and focus. Time for damage card distribution. We have a crit of Shaken Pilot. Ain't that a peach? Ooh, and direct hit. That's 3 damage right there. I think something disappeared. And pop goes the weasel. I believe that is Bobby's backdraft is now deader than a dead thing. So let's go ahead and tally things up here. That joust, doe. So let me go ahead and get some things marked down here. Go up to Bobby's list. Backdraft is now, oops, looks like we got some more shooting. That's going to be hit versus blank, blank, blank. Oh, blank, blank, focus, which I think is about the same thing. I think this is all 3 shields gone off of Quick Draw now. And Quick Draw shooting back. Looks like 1 hit with reroll. Nothing. And dodge results. Dodge. And dodge. So let's go ahead and get some stuff marked down. So backdraft is 0. And we have Quick Draw at 0 shields. And that gives Ray right now 32 points to Bobby 0. Let's get this updated. Yep, so now we're back to dials. That was a hell of a joust. I mean, it looks like that, I'm guessing that Pure Sabak must have taken 2 damage cards or more this turn, because one of those is a direct hit, so he's probably got at least 2 damage cards. I gotta find out real quick whether that's actually 3 damage on Pure Sabak or just 1, and I'll be right back. Yeah, just like I thought, it's Pure Sabak sitting on 3 damage. Let's go ahead and get this updated. Diddly diddly do. So Pure Sabak down to just 1 hull. Updated up. And I will show you the lists here. You can see that Pure Sabak sitting on 1 hull. Vessery and Quick Draw basically untouched. And then over on the other side, Quick Draw down to 0 shields. Backdraft down to hot fucking dead. And Soonterfell, Invincible, who can solo pretty much every list out there. Back to the match. So looks like that Vessery is 1 harding in, I'm guessing. I think it's going to pull out El Stresso, considering that it is a defender. Or maybe he 3-hearted. I didn't catch that. Oh, wait, that's Pure Sabak. I'm an idiot. Pardon me while I shut the hell up. But Vessery, it looks like he comes in and parks himself onto a rock. So he does not stress him. He does stress himself, but he does not crit himself. Soonterfell comes in. Fell is going too soft to get rid of stress. Probably going to boost and then evade to get the focus. Oof. Vessery's hurting. Yep. Boost, evade, focus. Now here comes Bobby's Quick Draw. He's going to fly a little backwards, do a little butt loving. Try and finish off Pure Sabak with Butthole. And let's see what happens when Ray's Quick Draw goes. Does Ray turn around and try and focus on the Quick Draw and kill it? It's got a 1 straight. What in the heck? He's got a barrel roll in, doesn't he? I think he's got a barrel. Yeah, he's got to try and put the death onto Quick Draw. And then with the hopes that Fell just doesn't nuke everybody off the board. That's a range 1 shot. That's a pretty nasty looking effect there. But of course, you know, it's an untokened quick draw. So it looks like that Bobby's quick draw fires first. He got the dice up. He rolls 1 hit to focus, rerolls the target lock. He's got 2 hits versus 1 dodge. And this looks like just 1 dodge result. Spends his evade. So he dodges both. So Pure Sabak lives. So I guess Fell's now going to shoot at Pure Sabak. And it looks like there might or might not be a rock in the way. Well, technically, I mean, Ray's quick draw fires next. And Ray gets, holy shit, that would be 3 hit crit versus 1 dodge. And that should erase his other quick draw. I think it erases him. I thought he was missing all of his shields. No, I guess he must have had 1 shield left. Nope, he's gone. And that pops Bobby's quick draw. Good golly, those dice just blew up. Holy moly. Let's go ahead and do some adjustments here. Quick draw is now dead. And that now gives 33 more points over to Ray there. Now Fell's going to come in, rolls 2 hit crit, just to be Dirkistan there. And that's going to be a focus, a dodge, and a focus. So I'm assuming that's Pure Sabak popping in exchange for quick draw. Yep. So let's do some updates. So Pure Sabak pops. And we have over here 33 more points to Ray. So basically Ray is sitting on 65 points. And looks like that Bobby is sitting on 25 for killing Pure Sabak. And just a quick look over here. Now we basically have, if I count this right, a more or less untouched quick draw and an untouched Vessery versus an untouched Soontir Fell. Here's the problem though, it's Soontir fucking Fell. So this is still anybody's game, in my opinion, because Soontir Fell is really cancerous with a stealth device. So looking over here, we've got quick draw dead, backdraft dead, Fell untouched versus Pure Sabak dead, Colonel Vessery still fine, and quick draw still fine. Notice the targeting sync, the lightweight frame. There's some ickiness afoot. Dials are going down. We got to see how this one rolls out. And again, don't change the frickin' dial because this is still anyone's game. Dial down for Vessery. And I think dials down for quick draw. And everybody's dials are down because it looks like Vessery's about to go next. So he is going to lose a stress, then gain a stress because he's crossing over the stuff again, and he has to go check. He has to go roll some dice to see if he accidentally crits himself. And he does not crit himself, but he is still stressed. Now Soontir Fell. This is the one thing that Ray has going for him is that Soontir Fell moves before quick draw. So does he cross that? No, he just barely misses it. Yeah, so we've got Fell's tokening up, and what does so we? I think we got a sloop coming in. Oh my God! Did he pull that off? I don't think he did. I think he went the wrong way. Oh, this is going to be tense. How does this go? Camera froze up for a hot second there. Oh, man. And we'll see whether this was a sloop or if it was an actual 3 SOP and whether or not he puts a stress token down. Yep. That's the stress token for Fell, and then there's the stress token, I believe, for the failed sloop. Oh my gosh. Now shooting, it looks like that there's 1 hit versus a focus result. So he's, or an evade even. So Fell still keeps his stealth device. And Bobby double crit hits onto Vessery. And Vessery for dodge time. Whiffs. So Vessery is sitting on no shields now. So I'm going to go and get this marked down. Vessery loses his shields, but he still has 3 hull. I mean, if you're going to screw up, this would be kind of the turn to do it. But kind of running out of options here. That we're getting into zero mistake territory. I mean, Bobby is 100% deadly with Soontir Fel. This is not the ship that you really want to screw with. Now, luckily for Ray, he's got the. Ray's in a problem. He's got a pickle because Fel's on his ass, and he can hard 3 but not lose stress. He could soft 1, 2, or 3 and lose stress and barrel, but he's just in a terrible position. And of course, with the failed sloop, then Quick Draw got some butt shots, but they were unmodified and couldn't punch through the stealth device. So we have a 1 soft. Now let's see if he barrel rolls backwards. I mean, this might be kind of a weird thought, but if you barrel roll backwards, you might be able to stop a 1 harding. Well, I mean, let's face it, Fel can't 1 hard this turn because Quick Draw's in his way. So he's trying to stop any potential, even like a 2 hard, because Fel is stressed up, so he's probably going to 2 hard in. Let's see what happens here. Bonk. Masterful block. Masterful block. And then we have a 1 soft to get rid of stress. And then we have an anal shot coming in from the quick draws. The quickest of draws. So Fel is tokenless. This is the time where you get a Fel. This is where you get him. So now it's time to roll some dice. It's only going to be 2 shots because I think he's outside of range 1. So he basically has no chance of hitting him. But at least he flips focus for 2. If Bobby whiffs, there's his 2 evades, so he does not whiff. Stealth device remains. Fel is still on the unkillable hit list. But blocks are how you kill a Soontir Fel. But now, Ray's in a better place. I mean, I feel like it's a telegraphed move to go with the 4K here, because then Fel's going to try and arrange it so that he can arc dodge and try and hit you from a corner. But it's also not the worst way to go either. Hard to say. Especially because Ray's Vessery is armed with a tractor beam with the tie D title. So Bobby's got his position down. I feel like it could be kind of interesting for Fel to K-turn here. K-turn, get a focus. At least he'll have a focus. Although he really can't honestly take the risk of a K-turn, because if Ray does the predictable K-turn, then that leaves him with pretty much no shots. But Ray's got to be careful with Quick Draw being out on the edges there, so I figure Quick Draw is going to do another like 1 soft and then target lock onto Vessery. And let's go ahead and grab another quick look at the lists here. As we're looking at those lists, Ray's Quick Draw does have FCS, so I'm really I think he may have forgotten to put down the target locks there, unless that target lock icon that's floating around in the middle of the board there is actually belonging to him. Let's see how it rolls here. Checking dials, trying to figure it out, because this is maybe a make or break turn. So let's see here. So once again, we've got a quick draw, but let's look at what Vessery does. So does Vessery do the K? Yeah, the predictable 4. And probably focuses or evades up, I would assume. Probably focus. Can't quite tell the icon. Now, he does the 3. So he's going to barrel and boost. Nasty. Double nasty. Unless he's not oh, because he gets to shoot first. He's hoping just to kill him before. He's hoping to PS kill him. That's valid. It stands a real good chance of it too. Now quick draw. Did a 2 hard. And looks like he is barrel rolling back. So let's see. Crafty, crafty, crafty. So basically it's going to be a 1-turn joust between between Vessery and Fell here. Looks like he's just checking range right now for something. Dice coming in when he needs it. 4 hits. So Ray's got to dodge at least one of them. He's got to dodge 2, really. And focus. So he's down to just 1 hull. So gets to fire back. So let's see how the dice go. So 2 single hull damage go down. Wow, Vessery did so amazing to live there. But Vessery gets a tractor beam. So first his tractor beam gets a hit crit, but you know, then target lock, I guess. Oh. Nope, 2 dodge. So he burns the focus. Now we've got the tidy firing 4 dice. Oh. Just gets focus results. And target lock, hit, crit, versus, and that is game. Holy good golly, Miss Molly pops the stealth device, pops Fell in the face. We have Ray Fox pulling out a stunning victory over Bobby Crowley, 100-25. Let me just roll that down here real quick. Make the official upgrades, official updates, and I will mark it down accordingly. So Fell pops in a single turn of shooting with an incredibly lucky dice roll. And we have Ray pulling off a stunning victory, 100-0. Ray putting on a clinic on how to fly SFs, on how to look pretty while doing it, and how to probably have an enormous wiener. I mean, that's just kind of how Ray is. Thank you, everybody, for watching game number 3 of the Ravenstone Store Championship for X-Wing. I am your host, LP, again, saying good fight, good night. Throwback there to Celebrity Deathmatch, if you recall that old show. And have a great one. Blow everything up. And eat potatoes. They're good for you.